Hey everybody, welcome to Self-Care Sunday with Shayla. I'm so excited to be here with you guys and just have a little girl talk, little good girlfriend conversation. Today I am straight chilling, honey. Got my bun up, natural hair out. Oh well. Anyway, this is my first YouTube video. But I'm so excited. All of this was done, with intention. I decided, I want to live a life of intention. So this is being done intentionally. I wanted to connect with you guys. I feel this is Self-Care Sunday with Shayla. So obviously we're going to be talking about self-care, and it's so many levels, I want to create this space. This is going to be a safe space to share for me to share with you, and hopefully you share back with me about the things that we're doing to make sure we take care of ourselves, and not just physically. That is one part of self-care, exercise and all that, getting in shape and all that. But another big aspect, and just for me, in my opinion, making sure that your mind is in a good space and your spirit and your soul is in a good space. When those things are in a good space, I feel like everything else will fall in place. So I want this channel to be dedicated to that. And I am partial. I'm a little biased. I want to make sure my ladies that we pay special attention to ourselves. And guys, you are just as much, in need of self-care as well. But ladies, queens, my queens out there, we got to make sure we get it together. We got to reclaim our crowns, because nobody else is going to do it for us. So we got to make sure we pay special attention to that. So anywho, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to, embark on this journey with you. This is going to be so much. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to pour into each other. This is going to be good. It's going to be good. While I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself as well. I'm not above any of this. I've been working on me for a long time, and I still have a long way to go. But hopefully through this channel, I can share some things that have helped me, some realizations, some of my life lessons that have really taught me what it means to put myself first. And that's the epitome of self-care, putting yourself first, making sure you're good. Like, you good, or you really good, but are you good? That's what we need. You good? Anywho, let me ask, and I have a couple of notes here just so I won't be just like rambling all over the place. I don't want this video to be a whole hour. We ain't trying to do that. Okay? Too often we find ourselves feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, angry, and empty. And that's mainly because we've neglected the one person that's most important. Us. What? What's that about? I do have a question for you. Answer this for me. In the last month, what's the one thing you've done to, pour back into yourself? What's one action, one activity that you have completed where only you can benefit? What is that? And if you can't readily say it, if it's taking you a while to think about it, it's been too long. We need to fix that, And each week we're gonna be working on that. I'm gonna provide the building blocks for you. Now, I'm no therapist. However, I'm a real woman going through real life, doing real things, having real experiences. So maybe what's worked for me can possibly work for you. Okay. On this channel, I want to introduce you to a new way of thinking about self-care. Most people think it's selfish. Totally not correct. It's self-full. You're getting full. You're making sure that heart, that spirit, that mind is full. And when I say full, I'm talking about full of positivity, full of, motivation, full of goals, driven. You're full on things that are going to make you your best self. That's what we're trying to get full of, okay? With self-care, you're making a conscious decision to be your best self, and that's hard to do if you're always looking out for other people. I will admit You know, when you're grinding and trying to make sure that everything is taken care of, you can get out of the mindset of, I need to do something for me, and that's not good. And it happens. It happens to the best of us. You know, you get into a routine, and sometimes that routine does not include yourself. We gotta change that. Up until a few years ago, I had no clue about self-care. Come on. I had no clue. Nobody had ever exposed it to me. Nobody ever really brought it up. You know, I didn't really think like, okay, I need to be doing this for myself specifically. I need to take time out for myself specifically. I need to be doing things on my own. I didn't think like that. It just wasn't on forefront. It wasn't on my mind. And the people that I was around, they didn't talk about that. So it was just something I wasn't exposed to. Oh, but when your girl got exposed to it though, changed my life. Up until a few years ago, like I said, I had no clue. I never took vacations alone, no solo trips. You know, I'm gonna do a whole video on solo trips. We're gonna talk about that. Anyway, I never took solo trips. I didn't go get massages. I didn't go get facials. I didn't even go out to dinner or to the movies by myself. I didn't do nothing by myself. And that's when your real growth starts. When you can be alone with yourself. Come on. So many miracles in that. So many blessings in that, okay? I hate to say it, I was a people pleaser too. I was always concerned about people being happy with me, or people thinking I was a good person. You know, people thinking like I'm ride or die. You know, people thinking, I wanted people to think that, you know, you can depend on me. You can depend on me. But then guess what? People start depending on you. And then I found myself not being able to depend on those other people. Okay? The people that I was pouring into were not pouring back. And guess how that left me feeling? I felt sad. I felt resentful. I wanted to shut everybody out, because once I realized I'm doing the most for everybody and the least for me, I was mad. But you know what? I couldn't get mad at nobody else but myself. And when I realized I was the person to blame in that, man, that was life-changing. I was the reason. I caused that. But you know, shutting everybody out, that's not the way to be. That's not going to help me. That's never helped anybody heal. Shutting everybody out. Yeah, shut those toxic people out, but you can't shut the good ones out. Those people that truly, genuinely love you, and they want the best for you, and they're pouring into you. When you let them, that's who you need. Shut all those other fools out. But the ones that love you, embrace them, because that's part of your healing process. In addition to you taking care of yourself, okay? You know, I had to do a lot of reflection, and that was the hard part. In self-reflection, you have to take accountability for the role that you played in that hurt, you know, in that heartbreak, because honestly, that's what it is, hurt and heartbreak. What was the role that you played, Shayla? And my role was, I never said no. Anytime somebody asked me to do something, I was doing it. For what though? Because the moment that you needed somebody, the moment that I needed somebody in my corner, everybody else had something to do. Everybody else was busy. But guess what? At the time, I was making excuses for them. I made excuses for that nonsense. With self-care, you learn how to not make excuses and to see things for what they really are, and be like, you know what? I'm going to fall back and be good. You be blessed. Okay? Self-care gets you to that point, but it's a process. It does not happen overnight. Okay? I also remember a few years ago too. Now this was one of my first aha moments when it came to taking care of myself. I was teaching, and I got home from work pretty early, and I was able to catch the Oprah Winfrey show. And on that show, she was talking about, you know, up to us. Like, you have the power, you have control over who is in your life. Now, that may be an insignificant statement to a lot of people, but y'all, that right there resonated with me. You have the power. And at that time, I was dating this man, this thing. I was dating this male. And on and off for like 10 years. And it was like a revolving door. I just kept letting him back. He would show me that he's not worthy of my time, of my heart, my love. But I just kept letting him back, thinking, oh, he's going to change. Oh, he's going to do this. He's going to do right by me this time. Y'all, that was me breaking my heart every time. Because you know why? I kept hoping for something different. When he was consistent, he was consistent. He was consistently himself every time. He never changed. And I was just like, wow. Think about all this time I've let this person, you know, in my life over and over again just to let me down. When after that first time, I should have said no, close the door, and never turn back. But when Oprah made that statement, you have the power to control who's in your life. Like, that made a world of difference to me. It just, the light bulb came on like you do. Everybody you come in contact with, you don't have to keep talking to them. You don't have to keep in touch with them, especially if they're toxic to you, especially if they're no good for you. Like, that's deep. Think about how many people you've had in your life over the years that you should have cut off after hello. But then too, don't beat up on yourself. And I had to learn for me not to beat up on myself, because that was a lesson in that. That was a lesson in that mess. We're gonna that's gonna be a whole good juicy conversation. We might need to have that one over dinner. Okay? But you know, that statement hit home for me. And you know, like I said, for far too long I let too many people in my life that weren't good for me. Some of those people had a revolving door. You know, after they were gone, I was left feeling used and empty. And I just hate that feeling. Like, dang, you know, why can't they just see the good in me? Why wasn't I good enough? You heard what I just said? Why wasn't I good enough? I was good enough. They were not good enough for me. But I didn't see it that way. I did not see it that way. I always internalized that. Like, I wasn't good enough for them to make them stay. And it's not that. They aren't good enough. They weren't good enough for you. Because if they were good enough, they would have got that act right together the first time around. And it wasn't you. But at the same time, it was a lesson in that for me. Like, I need to stand firm in what I'm looking for. Stand firm in my, like, set my boundary line and stick with it. Like, if I feel like you disrespecting me, if I feel like you trying to use me, I'm gonna speak up for myself. That's another thing. I bit my tongue a lot. I didn't let people know what the real was. I didn't let them know what was on my mind and how I felt. And you can't do that. You know, I didn't have to go, you know, hard on them. I didn't have to start, you know, you did this and you did that. No, you can say things, you know, with a little couth. Every now and then you might have to roll that neck and snap them fingers, but speaking up for yourself, y'all, do it. Don't let nobody run over you, and don't let them make you feel like you can't stand up for yourself. Because those master manipulators out there, they will make you feel like you cannot stand up for yourself. No. Ain't like that, bro. We ain't doing that. You know, one of my first introductions into self-care was that block button. You know what I'm talking about. You know that feature on your phone where it says block this caller? When I started using that, y'all, I started like slowly like freeing myself of feeling like I gotta answer his phone call, or I gotta do this when they text me, or I gotta respond. Nah. Hit that block button on some folks. And sometimes they don't even need to know why. And guess what? Sometimes, a lot of times, they ain't gonna even care. They not gonna even notice that you blocked them. Some people do. Most don't. But hit that block. And it's a blessing in the block. You hear me? It's a blessing in the block. Block them. Stop allowing people in your life that mean you no good. Stop letting that phone ring and you answer every time they call. Especially when they don't answer every time you call. Don't do that. Stop responding to those text messages. You know they don't want nothing. You already know. It's a blessing in the block, y'all. That block button was put there for a reason. Block them. Y'all, that block button, it helped me begin my healing process. And it helped me, gain some of my self-esteem. Because my self-esteem was low. And it helped me gain some of my self-esteem because I knew I didn't have to worry about that person no more. I wasn't tempted. I eliminated that temptation. It was a soul tie there. And that's why that temptation was still there. And once I could block and cut off that temptation, I could slowly release that soul tie that I had with that particular person, especially if it was a guy that I was dating. Now, with one of my good friends, well, at the time she was a good friend, I had to block some things on social media and stuff like that. But that particular relationship, we kind of grew apart. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later on, when we start talking about relationships that we have. And not just romantic relationships, friendships and all that, family relationships. I'm going to get into that story because that one kind of hurt me, but I knew it was best. And I'll go more into it later. But that block button is powerful. On your phone, on social media, on the house phone, and people still use that. Block them, use it, and don't turn back. Don't unblock them. Because if you get that feeling in your spirit, a lot of times the Lord drops things down into our spirits. And I've learned that when you get that thought, when you get those instincts, that's him talking. He's not gonna always shake it up for you and force you into a situation, force you out of a situation, but he's gonna drop those soft little, he's gonna drop those thoughts in your mind like, this ain't good, or those instincts. When your gut starts telling you something, that's the Lord talking. You need to listen to him. Stop ignoring him. He's gonna come. It's gonna be a soft little whisper. Listen to him. He ain't gonna lead you wrong. And your instincts, ladies, especially us, our instincts are always right. So if you get an instinct, get an inkling to hit that block button, hit that block button, okay? But yeah, that started my healing process. I could gain control over who had access to me. I didn't have to let everybody have access to me. That's draining. And your worth, the most valuable things are very expensive. Think about it. Diamonds, like precious metals, cars, and just everybody. It's the most valuable things have a high price on them. Everybody can't gain access to it. Think about if everybody had access to it, the value will go down. You gotta think about yourself like that. You are valuable people. And I'm not just talking to my ladies, because we are. But people, you are valuable. Everybody should not have access to you. And not just sexually. Just like being in somebody's presence. They don't need that kind of access to you, because it ain't gonna do nothing but disturb your energy. Protect your energy, y'all. That's why I say it's a blessing in that block. After a while, I could begin to put the pieces of my life together, because my life wasn't pieces, because too many people had a piece of me. And so I had to slowly put myself back together. Y'all, this journey is something real. Something real, But I've said a lot. But like I said, this is my first video, and I want to create a space for us to share. I want to create a safe place, and I want us to communicate and connect, and I want this journey of self-care to be something that we can all share in. Like, I want all positive vibes, good vibes only here, and I'm going to share everything that I can with you. And, hopefully you can share some of your experiences with me. I welcome that. I'm open to that, and I cannot wait to hear from you. So, you guys, before we part ways today, I want to challenge you with the task of reevaluating your circle, okay? Because some of us haven't done that in a long time. Some of us have friends just because we've been friends since forever. You just friends because you have history, not because you still have things in common, or not because your paths, you know, are aligned in the same direction. You have the same goals. You just friends because y'all been friends forever. But reevaluate those friendships. Are they benefiting you, or are they just taking from you? Are they taking your good energy? You know. So like I said, I want to challenge you with the task of reevaluating your circle. Who are your energy takers? Who are your energy givers? Who's getting blocked? And who's going to be left on block? Think about that. So, I want you to leave your comments below. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you soon.